And here he starts this best of 7.
Love 1.
Wow, nervy start perhaps?
Good time to get it out of the system. Better now than, say, deuce in the decider. I guess the best time in theory would be when you're up 3-0, 10-0.
Love.
We know a lot more, don't we, about Calderano than Xiang Peng, because there are so many of these Chinese up-and-comers. I mean, at world number 9, he's not necessarily a new face, but he's an exciting emerging player for Team China.
Yeah, I think that's fair to say. We've had our share of meals together. Xiang Peng, he's very quiet, humble, hardworking. Nothing humble about that forehand, as quick as can be. Again, the choice for most pros in building their perfect player for power was Hugo Calderano. Physically as fit as they come.
It's Calderano who comes out on top after an interesting rally, a bit of touch play to get things started off.
Channeling his inner pickleball rally there with some dinking in near the net for some time. Sets him up with a 3-2 lead. Control in the short game.
Left 3-2.
Clips the top of the net there, and we're all square in the early stages of the opener here.
In terms of controlling Xiang Peng, Hugo's going to be very precise about the length of his serve, his backhand inside the table, and in the open rally tends to be incredible, but Xiang Peng's going to be looking for opening attacks where he can.
3-all.
And what was it about that win in Incheon that made the difference for Xiang Peng? What was it, just his day?
It's a good question. I only saw the last point just now, and I don't remember it. We've seen so many good matches here, so I can't really comment on any specifics. I said a long time ago to a Chinese journalist, I think Xiang Peng has a lot of potential. And they said, nah, not Xiang Peng. I said, really? I said, nah.
I think that's maybe quite unfair for a player who's got himself inside the top 10.
I back my word on that. And I agree with you. I think he's definitely shown, right? The proof is in the pudding, and the pudding is the ranking. So he's putting his, what, money where his mouth is? Something like that.
Letting his table tennis do the talking.
That's probably the way it's supposed to be said. After all, he wasn't the one who made the claim, it was me, and I stand behind it. I think Xiang Peng still will be very strong for Team China. That said, Hugo Calderano racing ahead to a 3-point lead.
Oh, wow. Brilliant ball placement as well. We got Xiang Peng caught unawares there.
We've seen plenty of step arounds. Someone leaves open the opposite line. Hugo really had to get up on those tippy toes. Oh, soft hands this time around, and he guides it wide.
Well, two very different points, but how hard is it to play a shot down the line like he did in the previous one?
Against the quality that Xiang Peng brings, especially with the line there, as we see Bruna Takahashi, partner in crime, doubles, and life in general, leading lady for Brazil. 71 kilometers per hour, that finishing shot. I think we've only seen, we've seen a few faster. I think there was one that was 90, and it was Hugo. So he sets the standard, that holds the record here.
Oh, brilliant. Brings up 7 game points, and he's absolutely racing through this opener. Reached the semi-finals of the mixed doubles alongside Bruna Takahashi, who we just saw in support in the stands there. So he's had a good week so far. Wraps up the opener 11 points to 3.
Xiang Peng's going to have to control in the short game, depend on his backhand. Here we go.
Right on cue.
I mean, he just, in one fell swoop, accomplished both of those. He dominated the short game with his backhand.
Oh, that was unfortunate, wasn't it, for the number 3 seed?
And in all fairness, the player who right now needs a little bit more fortune gets it. Didn't he start off game one with a 2-0 lead?
I think he did, yeah.
Which is sort of crazy considering 10 of the next 11 points would go to the thrill from Brazil.
And he's fired up and ready now as he takes a 3-point advantage, cheered on by the Chinese contingent. Yep.
Chen Yuanyu. Yeah, this short game here, again, soft hands on the forehand, doing everything he can to control and keep Hugo from opening with comfort.
That's an unusual serve that he has, isn't it? The high ball toss. Bruno Takahashi employs a similar tactic as well. What's so effective about that?
Well, you get more ball speed coming into the racket, so you can generate more spin, and the contact is a little bit shorter.
4-1.
The ball leaves the racket faster, not to mention if you follow it with your eyes, instead of the racket itself, it can be a little bit tougher to read. Tougher to control, but high risk, high toss, high reward.
Xiang Peng gets the better in the rally with both players quite far back from the table.
He's very physically fit. When you think about the forehand dominant players in the modern game, you've got players that are so well balanced, so strong on the backhand as Lin Shidong, Yang Jingqun for that matter, Fan Zhendong before him, or same time I guess, but less active currently in the WTT space.
Perhaps a bit too much on that. Normally it's a shot he would make.
I'm still thinking about the thought from before. When you think about players and being well balanced or not, if you think that Xiang Peng is too forehand dominant, who's the greatest player of all time? End of conversation.
That's pretty much all one-way traffic, isn't it, in game number 2? And Xiang Peng is warming up marvelously into this match.
He's being tested. It's not common to see Hugo come in for a block that far onto the forehand side, but he was already there. It seemed like the safer shot. Xiang Peng bringing the heat, staying in control even from behind the table.
Well, he needed that one, didn't he, Calderano?
Nice little side swipe there as he comes across, the ball inside out on the parallel. This is turning into a pretty one-sided affair in game number 2. Calderano just really hasn't had a look in, has he? Still clearing the glass from the outside, trying to find his look in.
He
has been serving well, though, hasn't he, Calderano?
Other than that first point, it does seem that he's been serving well. This is a perfectly executed long serve to the backhand. Deep side topspin right to the baseline. Oh, it's 7 game points now for the number 9 seed. This game following a pretty similar pattern to game 1, apart from the roles have been reversed here. 11 points to 3. It is the exact same scoreline by which Calderano took the opener. By a dominant margin.
Block 1.
Well, if this one follows the same pattern, it's always been Xiang Peng who's got himself ahead to get things going.
Xiang Peng played this incredibly slow, spinny, shallow shot there that made it quite uncomfortable. If it's low, it's tough to counter. Well, it really is one-way traffic, isn't it, at the moment? And what do you think that Calderano needs to change? How can he adapt here? I think there's going to have to be some patience involved. I think there's going to have to be a slight investment in the short game. There we go. That was about an 80% swing on that third ball, or at least it appeared that way. It wasn't all for speed, it was more for spin. That's what Xiang Peng was doing to him. I call that patience.
Left. Then, not vertical.
Not vertical was the warning.
2-1.
More than 30 degrees off of straight up in any direction.
1-3.
They're both playing patiently right now. Hugo with the soft hands, in control chop block, and he plays it passively from very low. Whatever the fortune was, I didn't see it, but a tough ball to play. Momentum there, 12 of the last 16 for Xiang Peng.
Well, you did mention the Calderano forehand a little earlier on. We haven't seen much of it in action, but that was a great example of the power that he can produce behind that shot.
Full stroke down the middle on the parallel from the middle.
4-2.
I don't know how many games this match is going to go, but I have a feeling that the heat has just been turned up a notch. This is going to be a battle with a lot of passion behind every single point.
Well, it can't be easy, can it, for, well, either player, but a Team China player coming into your home smash with the expectation of all of those home fans behind you. Can't be easy for Calderano either to come here with a, you know, very partisan crowd either.
4-3-5.
TTR, do it. Why not?
Nobody go.
This is your chance. Yeah, there you go. I like it. Good for you, Xiang Peng. At least test it. Pilots up for it.
Challenge by Xiang.
Well, he had got a warning just a couple of minutes.
And again, the graphic isn't always the clearest, that arc itself, because it depends what angle. Yeah, they just need a visual to put with it. So Xiang Peng has one unsuccessful challenge remaining. If he challenges successfully, he has an infinite amount of challenges. Calls don't come up that often, though. Big point there for Hugo.
4-5.
Well, could that be the perhaps a turning point, maybe a bit of impetus for Calderano? Now he feels maybe luck might be swinging towards him. To me, it's interesting that Xiang Peng seems quite fired up. He's being a lot more expressive than the rest of the Team China players normally are, isn't he?
It's a reminder that it's a team full of individuals with different personalities. Yes, there are teachings, a sense of community, humility, the collective spirit, but they are very much individuals.
Wow, that was probably the shot of the match so far.
Yeah, best yet. Power comes in. Xiang Peng dares to challenge. There's beauty and bravery, and he doesn't even have to touch ground. Talk about strong legs. Almost blushing on the coaching side. It's always a good sign.
The tentative push there into the net that allows Hugo Calderano to regain some momentum in this. Reduces the gap to 3 points, but he's still got quite some way to go in this third game.
Amazing push. Fast right off the bounce, surprising, deep to the backhand. That could have been backhand or forehand. Either way, it would have been a very difficult shot to adapt to. Clever push.
9-6.
Clever serving from Xiang Peng.
From the start of this event, the men's singles draw was filled with Chinese men. Some very strong newcomers. Later rounds here.
The team selectors will certainly be taking note of how this young man is doing this week.
Speaking of which, Wang Liqin in the front, Qin Zhijian right next to him, Yuan Lisun watching on, Cui Qinglei. The squad, the decision makers.
Oh, nicely done.
7-10.
Saves the first of 4 game points. He seems to have the better of Xiang Peng, doesn't he, Calderano, in the touch play?
Statistically, I can't say that. I don't know. Last few points, he's done well.
Xiang Peng, who takes a 2-1 lead, allows a bit more time to settle into a match. Well, that was a great attempt, wasn't it, Calderano behind the back, but it was ambitious.
From that far behind the table, he was already in hot water. Xiang Peng has moved around so well. Short side there, into the middle anyway.
That's 2 amazingly entertaining points to get us going in this game.
Did he have a two-handed block in the middle of this rally?
Well, we've seen that from him before, haven't we?
Block, I don't know. Two-handed backhand, sure, yeah, quite famously. Just something to throw a little mix in there, a little spice in the recipe. Dangerous in terms of the short game, that forehand flick. Xiang Peng, everybody's got weaknesses. The greatest of all time had weaknesses. It's all relative, but he's definitely covering his well, Xiang Peng. That's crucial in any match you play.
He's showing real fight now, Calderano, real grit.
The determination in that facial expression and the little bit of self-coaching that he gave, whatever it may have been, even if it wasn't words. It's the body language speaking volumes. Good misdirection. Opens the shoulders and then keeps the wrist back. The wrist is much finer print than the font of the shoulders. So if you can save that for last, good luck for the opponent to read.
Increases his lead now, Calderano, and this is, I think, the first time he's actually got himself ahead this early on.
As a player who was down 0-2 in the first 3 games, to my memory. First towel break, doing a wonderful job to misdirect.
Goes long there, and Xiang Peng is nipping at his heels, reducing it to a single-point game.
It's such an incredible, invincible feeling when you can go full speed ahead on every stroke and feel the confidence to make it just vary between the arc and the drive.
Do you think there's perhaps the sense of urgency from Calderano there, trying to get that point finished off?
Yeah, I think in general, when you find an opportunity to get the opponent slightly more passive, to keep them on the passive play, to keep them out of position, Calderano made the right choice. Shot didn't come down.
4-5.
But yeah, the sense of urgency is real. He's going to be looking, like we've seen him play patiently, and it's worked out for him on many occasions. But it's all to set up something that he can put away.
The patience pays off that time for Xiang Peng.
One rip, second softer backhand, and that's when Xiang Peng is able to really take control, grab the reins.
6-5.
Bit of fortune here as Hugo gets the lead back. Side topspin, just the edge. Only needs to touch the playing surface. We've seen fainter touching shots, thinner contacts.
Oh, that's the second time that's happened.
Taika Chidaran, too generous. Thank you for having us here in China. It's been amazing, but of course, Hugo Calderano is gonna want these percentages. I don't know if it clipped the shirt on the way down. It's interesting. The serve missed by way more than it would if it were not interfered with, let's say. From time to time, a player hit a net. Look at that. 6.9% better Xiang Peng on serves. To my memory, Xiang Peng would prefer to be on serve and Hugo would prefer to be on receive. Statistically, anyway.
6-7.
Takes the point on receive that time.
Still quite tight, though. It's been a receiver's game in the sense that there's not massive serve advantage at this point for either player.
At 6.
Nice work with that backhand flick from Calderano then. He's hanging on to that lead, putting the disappointment of that missed serve behind him.
Yeah, good control. Should that last shot come down, Calderano's going back and forth, oscillating between heavy spin drives, soft blocks, at least in that last point.
Nine.
3-point advantage now for Calderano, and this is a real chance for him here. Well, that was a confidence-boosting point one and serve for Calderano, given the disappointment of a few points ago. Oh. Listen to the reaction from Calderano as he draws level.
Good reaction on this one. Quick forehand. Hugo has to get low. He's very low on receive in general. Yellow card for Xiang Peng. I remember there was a warning earlier. This is my first time that I recall seeing a yellow card on screen. Maybe that was a repeat of the warning.
It's a patient play you mentioned earlier.
Exactly. Yeah, he didn't go for anything big until it was there and available.
It must be tempting, though.
It is. It's a fine balance to know when to keep pushing and when to take your chances.
This time it's Xiang Peng who bites first, takes the first chance, and is rewarded for it. Oh, you could see what Calderano was trying to do, go down the line there and just got foiled by the net.
Xiang Peng's been incredibly smooth in many ways, decision making. The faster you can make a decision, and this is for life too, the sooner you can start working on what you've decided to do. He gets a long push to the backhand, the rally, before he's quick to step around. And therefore, the quality of his shot is that much greater. 2-2-2-2. There was a period of patient play for Hugo that I remember thinking it's tough to find the right moment to capture because Xiang Peng isn't leaving many holes here. He's sewing the pillow tightly shut.
He sends a rocket down the diagonal, but Calderano's quickly onto it.
Yeah, bit of help from the net there, so he raises his hand as they towel off. Towel breaks allowed every 6 points, not more frequently. As players used to use the towels quite a lot, sort of as a mini timeout. So this keeps the players playing. You'll see players dry their hands near the net on the table.
4-3.
It's frustrating when you're so powerful. If you are voted the most powerful player in the game, and you don't use that power, but you use the touch, and it still doesn't work out. It's like your great weapon awaits.
Yeah, he's just waiting for that moment, isn't he? That chance to really play the game he wants to play.
You could say that he's trying to earn it, trying to dig it out. So right after that feeling I just described, would be understandable as he tries to take advantage of an opening opportunity. Xiang Peng up by 2.
Well, there's that power.
4-5.
Consecutive massive forehands down the diagonal, and Calderano reduces the gap now. Think we're in for a 7-gamer here?
I hope so.
all.
We've seen Hugo stretching his legs, moving around just to make sure that he doesn't cramp. Takes incredible care of himself. That said, you could hear the sound of him screeching his shoes to make sure that he's got full traction every move he makes.
5-6.
Yeah, we've seen players take a tumble on a couple of occasions this week.
TTR again. Okay, now this is interesting because it was 38 and then some last time around.
TTR challenge.
Ooh, man, that's tough. 31.19, way better than the last time around.
A lot closer than the last one.
This is how used to getting away with it players are. All players. I'm not pointing fingers at any individual player. It's just flown under the radar for years and years.
Well, he had Calderano pinned back. There was a lovely pickup, wasn't it, from around the side of the net. Calderano getting down low, but it's a good point from Xiang Peng.
Yeah, he really uses those legs. This is my favorite thing. If you're sizing up a player before you play a match, close. Okay, there are a lot of things that can be indicators, but look at those muscles just above the kneecaps. Those quads there. That's when you know you have to worry. Well played into the body. And he said it hit his shirt. Point over as soon as it hits his shirt. Xiang Peng says that's right. That's the only reason I started talking. Otherwise, watch this. Hits the shirt. The crowd doesn't know. It's okay. That's why you at home have an advantage. You have commentators to walk you through this.
Yeah, an entertaining rally nonetheless.
Can you imagine? He has no TTRs left. If they disagreed there, that would be, wow.
He's used up all of his lives.
But fair play. Xiang Peng is young. The pressure is unlike anything most athletes have ever felt playing for Team China.
Are you seeing a timeout coming? No? Just a bit of hesitation, perhaps.
Nah. Not too much of a sway.
Left 7-all.
When they go point for point like this, there are reasons to call it, but a little bit less common than comeback from the opponent.
7-8.
Or do you think it's going to be a question of experience that separates these two now? Mentality.
Those are my two choices.
You can have as many choices as you like. I'm just wondering if that's what it's going to come down to, given they're so closely matched.
9-7.
Wow. It's a good question. Yeah, I can't really say. I think that there's so much wisdom in the Chinese system that between games, Xiang Peng, he's shown incredible grit, resilience. Hugo Calderano is straight up a genius and physically as sharp as they come, as fit as a fiddle. I hear that all the time.
9-8.
I don't know. I've never played a fiddle. I don't think of them as especially fit. Maybe it's just the first two letters and the sounds.
I hadn't really thought about it either.
Interesting. We step outside and there are like 10 fiddles hitting the gym. 9 serving 8 here. The thrill from Brazil with a crucial second serve.
Again, the patience paying off for Calderano, the touch play before he decides to unleash that powerful weapon to bring up 2 game points. Cheered on by Bruna Takahashi.
I'm happy Bruna made just enough space between her hand and the snack to get some hand clapping there.
Oh,
11
brilliantly done.
Calderano.
Of course, Calderano, the older of the two,
1 love.
far more experienced. He's been on the circuit a long time. Champion perhaps in need of more exposure to these big events, the world stage. 9 years of pro, of course, but there's nothing like appearing at a Smash quarterfinals, home crowd, big occasion.
Love 3.
And once again, we're following a similar pattern, aren't we? Xiang Peng taking the lead to start us off.
I think it's a fun exercise to use the ITTF head-to-head function, WTT's website, just to count how many times somebody's been beaten. Hugo Calderano has had an incredible record in the last 2 years internationally. 2 hands waiting.
1.
Right there as he backpedals, just sort of turns the corner, slides over for the backhand on the forehand side. It's his first point this game, Hugo.
Let 3-1. Three, 2.
Soft hands, good touch. The short game this time working out for Hugo. Forehand flick, one of the toughest shots in the game. Xiang Peng has executed well.
3-2.
Now remember, if Xiang Peng stalls, it's going to be a yellow-red. That'll cost him a point.
Good reactions from Xiang Peng. Switching seamlessly from that backhand into the forehand.
I love the fitness required. I'm watching the thumb and the pointer finger of Xiang Peng throughout this rally and how loose it stays because he doesn't know which side of the racket he's going to need to be using. People often ask, do players switch grips between forehand and backhand? The answer is yes. Imagine that, as fast as they're hitting the ball back and forth.
3-4. All.
Struck that with some confidence, Calderano, to level up at 4-all. These aren't easy shots, are they?
Definitely not. I'd like to bring this up when Xiang Peng has the lead in theory because Hugo Calderano is 1 game closer, but when you asked what the difference is going to be, I think I've come up with my answer.
And of course it means that Xiang Peng, who needs to win this game if he is to stay in this quarterfinal.
You know what that answer is? Clarity of thought. Whichever player has a little bit more freedom to allow them to play their game. It's easy to get tense.
4-6.
Interesting. Shahzad gave us some good insight from down at the court side in terms of Chen Jiang and his coaching for Xiang Peng. 2 points in front, Xiang Peng.
Five, six.
Yeah, and I just love those reactions. Well, it was a great recovery, wasn't it, from Calderano?
Yeah, he kept it very shallow and just low enough. It wasn't like he could come back and hit the next shot for a winner either. Under side spin, say mostly side anyway, but it was shallow enough. And then he took control of the point again. Stay calm, spin with the backhand, play the extra spin. Got it, coach.
Seven, six.
This was in responsive position. He didn't have a chance to do exactly what the coach was talking about, but relying on the backhand, playing the percentages, it takes me back to Tomokazu and Wang Chuqin in Yokohama.
Six,
Meaning tactically, these players, it's almost impossible for them to put the ball back on the table without quality at this level. It's second nature to them. Xiang Peng, even when he plays sort of a responsive backhand, he just has to recognize when power's coming in and when he's buying time to reset and play a big, powerful counter.
Well, he is closing in now on game number 3, isn't he? Wants to take us to a decider.
It's the only way he can win the match. A semi-final awaits the player who's better out here on the table today.
Oh, wow.
9-7.
Calderano meaning business.
Long serve, quick third ball follow-up. We've seen comebacks of all sorts. Hugo's had his comebacks, Xiang Peng's had his. Tight game.
Oh, and he goes long, it's game points.
10-7.
Number 9 seed has a chance now to send us to a decider. Important serve coming up.
No points on the scoreboard yet in this deciding 7th game.
And look at Xiang Peng sprinting round the court.
I can't remember feeling like the LED barrier was so close ever before. Leg strength, man, little trot there, victory trot to keep the blood flowing.
That stat we saw about, success in deciding games and Calderano with the far superior percentage. Do you think that is just because of maturity, experience?
That's a great question. I don't know. Good play role.
Oh my goodness, the reaction. It's as if he's won the match. Xiang Peng is getting more and more fired up here as this one wears on.
Yeah, wonderful touch right off the bounce. The spin that was imparted on the shot before was left there. Some residual spin to finish. Wow.
3.
It's been a long time. There was a point professionally, I forgot who it was, took a big swing and went flat on his back. And it was similar, like sometimes you're just playing on so much adrenaline that you forget the consequences of your actions and your body just doesn't coordinate.
Well, Xiang Peng, it's going to be so important for him, isn't it, Adam, that he keeps a lid on his excitement.
Time out.
Focus.
First point, one off the timeout. That is exactly what Calderano was aiming for.
Too well played into the crossover here. One backhand, second one. Interesting. Not to the wide forehand, just to the forehand, enough in the middle of the table that it would shorten up the stroke of his opponent.
Left 4-2.
First time all match. Long, fast serve. Wow. Even ex-Chinese national team members living locally, playing practice partner out here, were impressed by that. Some laughter.
Wow, it was a deadly serve, wasn't it? And will we see him repeat that? Will Calderano be ready?
They've switched sides here to keep balance as one player's reached 5 in the decider.
Well, a 4-point advantage. It's looking good indeed for Xiang Peng in the decider here.
The idea is right, the execution, of course, it's tough. Chole, says Coach Chun. Xiang Peng has played some well-protected shots, secure in the spin. A lot of core strength needed to wrap around on this one and play the line. He leaned back, took his chances, Hugo. Pendulum serve, quick move, and the way he comes over and around that ball. Not easy at all.
Is he beginning to turn things around here?
Timeout here now.
Calderano, yeah.
Moving out wide to the forehand early.
Brilliantly done. Stretches that lead once again.
A fine balance of patience, closure, and spin.
7-4.
Again, that's not a bomba backhand. That's a keeping it in play. That's a controlled shot. It's a change of pace to extend the lead to 3.
I'll make that 4.
4-8.
Time might be running out for the number 3 seed here. He gave the crowd some entertainment during that timeout, changing his shirt again. It's 2 shirt changes in pretty much as many points for Calderano. Here's some laughter from the crowd during the timeout.
Not the first time we've seen him go down the line like this. That hug, the wraparound. A little good self-defense on the catch there, too. Just imagining what it'd be like to be watching this on a giant screen in Brazil right now. I'm sure a lot of hands are clasped.
Closing in now on a place in the semi-final, Xiang Peng. Looking less and less likely that there will be a repeat to the semi-final finish for Hugo Calderano. That semi-final at Singapore 2 years ago, still his best ever smash finish. And into the net, and it's 5 match points now.
Clarity of mind. Xiang Peng has had it.
Goes along with the first of his 5 match points. Player who plies his trade for Huangshe base in the Chinese Super League. A lot of fans. What a match point that was, and what a win for Xiang Peng, who's made it through to his 2nd successive China Smash semi-final.